Hello and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mod Monday, and today we have courthouses, railroad distribution and police stations. Again, I'm gonna mention this, it's kinda disclaimer and kinda not. There's 70 mods released in the last 7 days. Yes, 70 mods. A lot of courthouses, a lot of police stations. Many of them are not here in the videos. Even some of them that I might consider to be a little bit better. I just diversified it from different modders here, and of course I have one mod that doesn't work here, but I'll of course contact the modder regarding this, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. So please go to our community, to our workshop on Steam Workshop, and check out all the mods, all the maps, all the courthouses and railroad distribution offices, because there's a lot of amazing mods there that didn't make it this episode, and they definitely should. FSO Polonez Police Pack by Nadrobertowska and PAO Play. So this is FSO Polonez, produced in Poland from 1978 to 2002, licensed version of Italian prototype, meant to be successor of the Fiat 132, which was rejected shortly after being at work, unavailable emergency vehicles. Right, we have this mod in several different models. We have as a personal vehicles, of course. Here we have it as a police vehicle as well. Now, Polonez is one of my favorite cars. This is my father's first car, old Oolykee, old Papa Oolykee used to drive orange Polonez back in the day. That was even in the 80s. Really nice car, of course, and this is my favorite mod. Now there's a lot of models here. I'm gonna show you all of them. Well, I'm gonna show you most of them. Of course, you have Polonez as a personal car as well. Go check this out as well. By the same author. You have a link in the description of the video to the police version, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna be able to find the personal version. So if you go to police cars all the way in the back, there's freaking 3 pages full of, well, 2+ something of Polonez cars with different color schemes, with different everything. So go and check it out. I'm just gonna show you some of them. Now, price wise, they are 1,200 rubles each, which is a little bit more expensive than some of the cars that you can find in the game, cheaper than others. So it's quite a reasonable price for this car. So quite realistic price, quite beautiful mod. More link in the description of the video. Small Courthouse by Rob074. Small courthouse, loosely based on a real building in Lublin, Poland, employs 15 workers to basic education and 10 judges. There's a description in Polish as well. Of course, Robs is one of those people who got probably the worst representation here, because he released almost every model for every new feature of the game, and it's going to be featured only this courthouse here, which is and also you have small ones and big models. So in this case, this is a small courthouse. There's a bigger version as well. Right, so this is of course classic Robs. All the buildings that he releases, most of the building he releases, you have color schemes as well if you want to change them and make it a little bit more colorful, and of course extremely high details on it. So definitely big thumbs up from me. I'm gonna go in our mod section and I'm gonna find our courthouse over here. So we have it 16,000 rubles. How much does vanilla cost and how does it compare to it? Right, so we have courthouse over here. Courthouse in vanilla would be 53,000. Of course, it employs much more people compared to the Robs one. Robs one is 3 times, more or less 3 times more cheaper, 3 and so on, something times more cheaper. You have Hall of Justice as well. This is a modded version, but this is the compared. It's 3 times cheaper, but it's a small building. Price wise, I think it's quite realistic. It's Rob still, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using this in my Let's Plays. Small Police Station 50s by Gerbilski. Small police station that can be suitable for smaller towns and or 1950s time frame. This model was based on 1950s clinical, originally developed by Pashka 2125 for city skylines, and ported to or transferred to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, edited and textured by me to fit the new function stats, staff requirements 8, basic education by 8 and 15, investigators, educated people, car space number 4 car spaces, and fuel tank is 6 tons. So this is description of the building. So really beautiful model. we're gonna compare it, how does it cost to vanilla one. So we have this station over here, it's 9,000 rubles, vanilla is 30,000, but vanilla is extremely big, so I believe this is quite realistic, and for small towns you definitely wouldn't be building something big like this. So mods, like I said, always a welcome thing in my Let's Plays. Now link in the description of the video to this mod. Dirty Dirk and Long Rail Distribution Office, set of 3 long rail distribution offices. There are 3 sizes, 300, 400 and 500 meters in length. The station is designed for 100% use of all railroad cars by its given length or for 8 trains. If you would use half the length, just buy 16 locomotives instead of 8 and change the sizes to maximum length, you click on the building. Right, so what is this? This is a railroad distribution office. As you can see, 3 different sizes. They have a lot of tracks. It would be 10 each. You have 2 of these on the side as well, but 8 going to the warehouses, of course, different lengths. How does it compare to vanilla? So, train distribution office vanilla, 76,000 here, and you can see that these are, some of them are even more expensive than the vanilla one. Vanilla is of course smaller, but for realistic lengths you have these big ones. So this is vanilla, 77,000, and vanilla is cheaper, it's even cheaper than the bigger one, so quite realistic price. Nothing to add here, the mod is quite realistic. For more details you have a link in the description of the video. They're trying to build a prison. Prison by Banco 54. Small prison. The prison a lot smaller than vanilla. It can accommodate 90 prisoners and needs 30 employees. There is 1 vehicle station which is located in the courtyard and can only be accessed via barrier. I wish you much fun. Right, so this is a really beautiful model as usual from Banco. So you can see here that it has 30 workers, capacity 90 prisoners, and you can see here small courtyard where the vehicle is parked. Now, how does this compare? This is of course beautiful model. Banco is a great modder, and I use a lot of his mods. Yeah, definitely beautiful model. As you can see here, it has a lot of details. You can see a lot of barriers, a lot of the fences, a lot of everything. It's a really beautiful model. Right, but how does it compare to vanilla one? Right, so we have vanilla over here, we have a prison, and we have, this is Banco's prison over here, it's called prison, and then you have, well, vanilla prison that is called prison as well. 3 times cheaper, but look at the size. Yeah, this is not too cheap. This is definitely not a cheaty mod. It's a lot smaller than vanilla one. I mean, you only have 1 option for vanilla prison, so, and it's absolutely humongous. So definitely mods are helping in this case, and quite realistic in price and not cheaty at all. Link in description of the video. Committee of the Communist Party of Montenegro by Equinox Nova. Right, we have a Serbo-Croatian description and we have English description. I will not read all of it. This is Central Committee of the League of Communists of Montenegro. There's a history of the whole building and history of all of this. This is Yugoslavian architecture. For me, it's one of my favorite things to look at, and I'm really happy that Equinox Nova is creating this. We're gonna go into a little bit more details what this is, how it serves. Now, of course, this is the this is used as a university. All the students in the auditorium. It's a political university, of course, central committee, and you can see here it's a mixture. It's like a brutalist style, which of course I'm a big fan of. But this design, these Yugoslavian buildings, they had a lot of different features and a lot of details on the outside of the building, and this is one of those really nice fountain here. We have actually 4 different models. I'm going to show you all of them. We have a parking lot, we have a fountain, and we have a building itself, and of course there's a street light. So we even have a place where we're gonna place fountain. I'm gonna just show you how the mod looks like. It has, Equinox Nova has this red framing around his mods, so you're gonna easily find his mods. Fountain would be around here, and if you place it, we're gonna do it ourselves as well. If you place the fountain, the sign disappears there. Of course, you can do a little bit better job with the fountain than I did. You can fit it perfectly into this area, and of course, you can put more fountains than one as well. Of course, you have also the parking space for the vehicles. This is a parking space for 14 vehicles. You can see here we have 5 on one side and 9 on on the other one. It serves as a normal parking and probably would be used for employees of the employees also or students here. I'm not sure if students use cars, but it's adjacent to this university. You can find it also in your university section if we go to headquarters of the Communist Party, and all the way, like I said, red framing here. Beautiful, beautiful building. I can't wait to use it in my Let's Plays. And again, the invisible mod, I have an issue. This is probably an issue on my side, but I will contact the modder. You can see in the link in the description of the video, Central Airport by Abelian Hike 852 Airport Zvartnost near Yerevan, Armenia, old terminal which was opened 1982. Hey, Oolykee was born there. But stopped work after 2000s because of the original large size. I have decreased the big circle size rooms number in order to fit it in the game. Large number of airplane parkings can be attached, accepts 3,600 passengers. Stores 70 tons of fuel, has 2 bus stations. This is my last mod for this winter. Next mods will come in March or April. During that period, I will optimize the textures on my other mods. Right, so Abelian Hike is really good modder. He created a lot of Armenian buildings from Yerevan, and I'm a big fan of Abelian Hike. And this is unfortunately one of the buildings I can't access myself, but I will reach out to him and see if I'm the only one having this issue. I can see a lot of comments under the mod when they are recording this video, so obviously other people can access it. Must be something on my side. I tried restarting the game. I am subscribed to it. I double checked. The airport is absolutely beautiful and stunning, but unfortunately Oolykee cannot check it out. But hopefully you guys can. Please check out the link in the description of the video for more details and this mod, and hopefully this works for you perfectly fine. No Sodaini, sorry if I'm butchering name, and Nadrobertowska Republika Ludowa. There's a description in Polish. Unfortunately, my Polish is quite rusty, so I won't be able to translate this. I'm going to leave this to you. Please follow the link in the description to this map. Now, this is a really beautiful map. It has a unique feature. It has a couple of negative sides. I'm going to point this out as I found them. Maybe there are more, but this is the only ones I found for now, so I'm going to point them out. First, we're going to start with the map. It's populated, of course, as you can see with the first photo. You have Dolnin and Gornin here, which probably means upper and lower city. Gornin has an access to a mine. Of course, you have some starting industries as well. It has access to a mine, and this is a construction office. Unfortunately, this setup here doesn't look like it's going to be working because mine is mining coal ore. This is the first negative side of this map, and the power plant is consuming coal, so this connection is not going to be producing electricity. You have to supply it with coal, so this coal ore is going to have to be processed before it's used. Other than that, the map is absolutely beautiful. You can see this is a road system built to be like a wall, and of course you have several entrances to the old city. This one has two churches and a cathedral, and the upper city has a cathedral, or yeah, let's call it a medium cathedral. You have some railroad construction offices, and of course you have some depots, and you have some wood cutting posts, so you have a little bit of a starting industry. The most beautiful part of this map, at least for me, would be these little islands that you have here. Of course, a lot of thought went into that. Well, I think it is, because it's the nicest part of the map, at least for me. You have a little bit of a flattened bricks over here, and of course train station if you want to use it. And these islands, I believe those islands, we're gonna check the resources, but I believe those islands are full of resources, bauxite potentially. We'll see this in a second, but it's really beautiful. Unfortunately, it has fields here. That means that people from these houses are going to be working these fields, and they don't have any amenities, so it's not going to be efficient. The people will starve to death because they're being used to work and not provided with anything. So unfortunately, this is going to be just visually appealing rather than efficient, but form over function, like I always say. Now let's check out the resources. This is the map. As you can see, it's really high. It's in the clouds. These are the resources. Coal is plentiful. I mean, quality of the source looks like it's more or less 100%. Of course, doesn't look like there's a lot of it, so all your mines will be less than 100%, even though quality of these paint looks like it's dark red, so pretty sure that it's going to be high quality coal. Iron is a little bit more plentiful, and you have a couple of places where you probably would get close to 100% quality of the source. You have oil. Oil is mostly outside of the map, so probably to tease you. You have some inside of the map, especially under the sea. and you have starting oil wells here. I'm gonna just show you this for a second. We have oil fields over here. Of course, you should implement some firefighting technologies if you want to make this function properly. Again, this is connected directly to pumping stations. This is not going to work like this, so you're gonna have to rebuild this yourselves. As you can see, pumping station, they have electricity, but unfortunately they're not gonna have any oil here. This is fueling station, so you're gonna have to build make your own pumping station for trains. Continuing on, we have uranium. Uranium is actually the one that is on the islands, not the bauxite, so my bad. And bauxite, of course, you have a couple of places where you can find bauxite. The main cities and main industry that you have are in the middle of the map and a little bit to the west. You have a little bit of infrastructure here in the hills. These are the almost finished cities that were probably being built by map maker. Unfortunately, you can finish it yourself if you wish, but if you don't, it's fine as well. It has a lot of details here. Roundabout, highways, all that good stuff. Of course, there's a monument here in the end. This is Lenin. Two Lenins talking to each other. Yeah, what would be better than to clone those guys? Right, that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. There's a lot of the unique feature of this map, like I said, is the being almost in the clouds. So this is gonna be your biggest nuisance or biggest benefit to your gameplay, this high elevation. Of course, there's another feature I forgot to show you, another negative side that I forgot to show you. There's this bridge that was being built, of course, not only having unrealistic incline or increase in height here. The bridge, this is not due to modder, but actually due to the game. It doesn't allow you to have these long pillars down here. I would probably dismantle this bridge and build crossing somewhere else, probably somewhere on the lower ground rather than build it over here. But anyway, unique feature of this map, and I think deserves to be in this Mod Monday. You tell me in the comment section what do you think about this map. Now you have a link there, so hopefully you're gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna say, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Mod Monday. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, I have the description of the video. Happy Monday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.